Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of Treasures of the Attic. So in today's episode, we're actually not visiting a treasure of the attic, because this is not a game that I have sitting and that I have not played. But I still want to actually do a bit of a video on this wonderful, wonderful game that I just love playing to bits, just because I love it so much. And because it's freaking space. You can't get enough space. Just all the space, all the rockets, the space for days. So Kerbal Space Program is actually now out of its beta. So it's now officially complete, I guess. It's been a while. But the game has changed a bit since I first started playing. So it's always interesting to boot up the game after a big new update. Now, I'm saying this as if there was a big new update just a few minutes ago, and there wasn't. The game is very, very quiet right now. And I literally just wanted to do a quick video on this game just because I love it so much. So today, in this episode, I'm just going to stick like a picture of a rocket, like a rocket with the space shuttle in the thumbnail or something. We're going to go into my active file, which is right here, the beta, because that's the last time I created a new one. I think the original one, my original thing is this. And at some point, I think there was a glitch, and I lost all my science and funds, so I actually went back in and modified the file, like the config file, and gave myself back my science points. But I haven't played that one since this exists, the whole career mode. It didn't click with me. I don't know, I found it, like, I was used to being able to build rockets without having them cost anything. The only cost being time and potential explosions. So, I'm just getting rid of this fire here, there we go. My hoodie. And fix my stupid carpet under my desk. There we go. So let's actually boot this up. Come on, game. Load. There we go. So what is going on with the grass? What did I do to this thing? Oh no, it's there. Okay. So let's actually, our main focus today is going to be, we're going to build a rocket that A, is not going to blow up, but our main objective, what is going on? Can I not? Oh, right, I'm using Blender controls for some reason. I've been using my tablet last few times to play Kerbal, because my mouse's middle click is a bit funky. Actually, maybe I'm just forgetting to put in a piece. Yeah, there we go. I've been playing this game for so long, and yet I forget the controls every goddamn time I stop. So, this is basically the vehicle assembly building. You see all these little Kerbals going around. They're wearing their hard hats. Yeah, safety. No forklifts, though. And these guys are going to get run over. Watch. This truck is going to just phase right through these guys. Zoom. Doesn't care. They have hard hats, they're fine. They're all fine. So, let's actually build this rocket before we ramble on for too long. So just to give you an example, don't save. I have a fair number of different rockets. My current line, the Shack line. This is a bit ridiculous. And Shack 5 right now is only just like a probe core. But the Shack 4A, I think, didn't actually quite work. The Shack 4 did. So let's just take a look at this monstrosity before we do anything. There is a reason why we call it the Shack. A, because it actually, for some reason, now that I have called these Shack, they work. Like, they don't blow up, they don't die, nothing happens. I don't know why. I just named it Shack and everything magically worked. So yeah, I don't know what that's about. So let's actually just go in here and build our rocket. Now we obviously want one of these. Ooh, I forgot to mention, the main point of this is A, not blowing up, B, making it to orbit, and C, bonus points. Sorry, I had kind of air in my mouth there. For C, bonus points, if we make an orbit around Moon, and then come back, land, and not die, I will be happy. I just got a notification, and apparently Lance Reddick is in Horizon Zero Dawn. Oh my god, that just made the game even better. And this, so many things. What is happening? Yay! So Christina of Lovebirds Let's Plays just got her copy of Yoshi's Story on N64. So have fun playing that, Christina. And you'll probably see a video of that on their channel. But let's just see... Or wait, can she record N64? No, she can't. Great. Okay, anyway. I'm rambling. So if we're not necessarily aiming to get any science or anything out of this, our main focus is just avoiding death. So our first order of business is to go into our utilities and choose a parachute. Stick that on there. And let's use... I like to use fuel canisters, like the small ones, and then empty them. When you right click, you get these little drop downs. Completely empty them. Just so I get this like fuselage I can stick things onto. Now on that note, we need a heat shield, which is in thermal. I can't remember which one it is though. I think it's the 1.25. Yeah. Let's put some feet on here. Some landing struts. And let's boost up our symmetry. Just so we actually don't really need to make this ground accessible, but we will. I'm going to go into our utility again, grab a Tellus Mobility. No, it's Tellus Mobility Enhancer, which is basically just a fancy name for a ladder. And that's way too long. Fudge, man. What's going on with these ladders? There we go, that's a bit more like it. So that's basically the top of our lander, which is the main part we need to get back to Earth. Or Kerbal in this case. I just realized I did this wrong. I should probably use... Where is this stupid thing I'm looking for? No, where is it? Not the Science Junior. Where is it? Dynamics payload. Payload. Oh, here it is. Because I do want to still put some batteries on here. So let's just move everything off. And throw this away. Put this on here. Put our heat shield back on. Put our legs back on. Come on, game. Help work with me here. Okay, this isn't liking it for some reason. And grab a couple of these basic solar panels. Stick them on here. And now for the first real test of this rocket. Everything's fine down here. So we put a stack decoupler, which is basically the thing that's going to separate our stages. And let's stick one of these hammer booster rockets. Actually, let's use the flea. And let's retract these legs. And let's call this TOA. The TOA Mark 1. For Treasures of the Attic. Okay. So this is basically the first test I always do with a landing stage. I basically just stick a booster on it, and that's our legs. Stick a booster on it, boost it into however high it goes. So let's turn this on here in 3, 2, 1. Let the booster run out, like however high. Also, there's a monolith over there, that little black dot. So we've already accelerated past 300 meters per second here. And now it's dead. So we're slowing down until we hit our apex and then start falling back down. So we separate our stage, open up our landing legs, and we can see up here we're going to start falling in a couple of seconds here. See, now we're going pointing down. And if I take that off, it should actually... Our booster is going to land somewhere off to the side. But the point of this is to see if the legs combined with this single parachute are enough to slow this thing down. So we're drifting slightly. There goes the booster. We're falling faster than it. So if we open our parachute, it should start to slow us down. And it's going to open at 500 meters per... Oh, 1,000 default. That's good. We're slowing down. And there goes our parachute. Slows us down quite a bit. Let's just fast forward here. Where did that land? Landed somewhere. So we're using the time warp here just to make sure we can actually get through this. And back to normal time. 6.7 meters per 7 meters per second. And clonk. No biggie. That's perfect. So let's revert our flight to the vehicle assembly. And let's keep going with the rest of this rocket. And then let's use decisions. What is this? What is this? SD7 brand adapter. Oh, okay, cool. I've never used these pieces. These are from a recent update. So let's stick one of these on here. Stick one of these on here. And then one of these big guys. Like this. Grab the whole thing. Shift it up just so we have space to work. And where's the big guy? Mainsail or skipper? Mainsail or skipper? Mainsail or skipper? This one uses 44 liquid fuel. This one uses 18. Let's use the skipper. It should be enough power. Let's use the radial decouplers. I'm going to put a bunch of these on here. Maybe even 8. Yeah, let's take 8 on here. We're going to use the thumpers. That's the standard size. And let's go grab our aerodynamics. These on here, and we got a problem. We can't strutify this stuff. Oh, yeah, we can. Okay, never mind. This up to here. That should be good to go. And let's just make sure this is like super stable. Let's put a couple of these on here. So that would be our rocket. Looks actually pretty decent. So let's save and make sure the first thing you do whenever you're about to launch, you make sure your stagers are fine. Like right here, we have an empty stage for some reason. Let's get rid of that. So first stage, or last stage, is our parachute, which is fine. The stack decoupler that's there, the engine that's there, then decoupler, then that engine, then decouplers, then these engines with this decoupler, which could work. But let's combine this and this, so that once we decouple this entire bottom stage, all 3 engines turn on, but this is using less fuel anyway, so it's going to burn through this slower than these two, which means we can then detach those before we detach the main. So that's all fine. And down here we've got our big rocket and our boosters. Now I'm thinking this, I'm going to shift down here, because we're going to start it slowly while these are finishing off and slowly aim our rocket towards where we want to go. And down here we have the launch. So that's all fine. 20 minutes in, let's see how we fare. So remember, our objective here is to get to orbit, first of all, and then, and only then, if we make it to orbit, we can maybe try and get to lunar orbit. And where is the moon, actually? I think that's it there. Or is that a star? That could be a star. Sometimes we see the moon, like in real life. Yeah, that's a star. Unless that's the second moon, because Kerbal has 2 moons. Anyway. T minus 5 and counting. 3 or 4. Wow. Numbers. Yay, numbers. T minus 5 and counting. 4, 3, 2, 1. I forgot to put lights on here, but who cares? Power! And the great thing about having a new graphics card, I can now look at these flames up close, and I do not drop any frames whatsoever. I've got everything turned up to the max. Look at all this smoke. Whee! So we made it. We're about 3 kilometers up now. And we're breaking the sound barrier. So let's start trying to line ourselves up here, because we're approaching the 10,000 quite fast. And we're going to start our second engine, just to help us. And, oh, that was bad. That was bad. Turn on. No! No, 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 no. Stabilize. Stay. Stabilize, you stupid rocket. Stabilize. No! Wait, did I not? Oh, there is a gimbal, but why isn't it working? No! No! This is not good. This is not good, guys. And boost. Go, 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 go. Okay. As long as we can control this and get into a point where drag is no longer an issue. So let's actually can it. No. No, 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 no. Okay. Okay, so we're going a kilometer a second here, and it gives us just a bit of time to perform our maneuver, so we can get sort of away. Let's move to our maneuver. Let's add a stage on here, which is great. We got 40 seconds. So let's drop this stage. That's going to shed some weight, so it's going to be a bit easier to manage this. We're going to turn our throttle way down. So all we got to do now is wait for about 20 seconds. I'm going to speed it up just a little bit. And here we go. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boost. Okay, a 44-second burn. That's a bit too slow. Let's turn this up a little bit. And let's just check on our fuel. Ooh, stop it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got heat problems as we're going through the atmosphere. Let's just wait. Just a little bit. We're not going to dip far enough down that it's going to screw up our orbit, but we need to get out of this lower part of the atmosphere. Or higher part of the atmosphere in this case. Seems to be toning down. And... oh, okay. So we actually still have a fair amount of fuel right now. So now... we can actually manage this a bit better. Ooh, those are our solar panels. That's what's heating up. Okay. There we go. So our orbit is actually pretty big right now. So let's add ourselves a maneuver right before the periapsis, right about here. And let's swing our orbit out. Swing it out, swing it out, swing it out, swing it out. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be crossing paths with the moon at any point. Oh, here it is. There we go. At this point, I'll take a fly by the moon, and I will be happy. There we go. Like with all these engines combined, we should have enough juice to at least get us to fly by. Oh, it's in 10 seconds. Holy crap, I better look at what I'm doing. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boost. And, oh, we might actually be able to do this full burn. We're not consuming fuel quite as fast as I thought we would. Hi, Kerbal. You're so far away. So we got 7-second burn. We're going to angle towards our maneuver. Spinny, spinny. Which is that way. It's a game that requires a lot of concentration, I can tell you that. I'm just keeping my hand on the keyboard at all times. So, in 3, 2, 1. Oh, a little more, a little more. Come on. Come on, yeah. Yeah, boy. Close that. We did it. We did it. We're in orbit around the moon. And the scale of this is actually really cool because, like, I can't tell what size the moon is right now unless I scroll out really far. And look how small my ship is. When you land on this thing, you get a real sense of scale for how big it is. But there's our sun. There's our sun. And the Kerbal Earth place. The place with the Kerbals. So, now that we've officially made it to the moon, what should we do? We should go back. That's what we should do. That was our objective. This is basically the game. You get to places, you do things, and then you come back. Well, that's basically what going to space is about. You go there, you do things, and then you come back. Now, the only problem is it's going to be real slow before we get to that apex, because our ship slows down quite a bit. Gotta go fast. Gotta go space. Go fast. Fast. And we're putting away again. And we are almost there. Come on, almost there. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. We did it. So now we can get rid of this maneuver. And see, this is our breakaway orbit. So we're going to escape from the moon's grasp. We're going that way. But then Kerbal gravity is going to swing us back, I think, this way. 22 minutes, 3 hours, 2 days. Yeah, okay, so it's going to swing us this way, which means we're going to be able to shorten our orbit even more. Try and get us just scraping the top of the atmosphere to try and get us to aero brake. We're at about 1 million meters, and we're getting close. Let's actually switch back here. Whee! So we're going to hit the top of the atmosphere, and that should start to slow us down. And let me just see how far away our periapsis is. It's in 2 minutes. There we go. So in about a minute, we're going to actually go back. We're going to burn right when we hit the periapsis. And we're going to burn full throttle, just to slow ourselves down as much as we can. Because we need to slow down before we hit land, or before we get into the atmosphere. Now hopefully, we could actually try and land. If I actually do this right, we might be able to land on land. So I've moved it up a little bit. And I'm taking a risk. And the space music just stopped. So I'm taking a bit of a risk here. As I was saying. I just said I was taking a risk. Because we're getting further away. We've already hit our lowest point in our orbit, and we're slowly moving away from it, but I want to be over land. before I try to actually do anything here. Like over relatively flat land. So this is what we're going to say is enough. And I'm going to start boosting. And we should see our orbit start to shrink pretty drastically. Yeah, it's going fast. And we still have a fair amount of fuel, so we can actually tone this down to 2/3. Because it's going to keep breaking. Like, it's not shrinking quite as fast as I would like, but we might be able to do a second pass. Maybe. No, okay, we're just going to try and get it down as close as we can to this. Because we're still going up. I may have done this wrong. Maybe. Yeah, we're going to have to really be careful with this. We're going to have to save our fuel till the very last second. We might actually try and do a little bit here. Or you know what? Nope. We should just keep going until we hit the lowest point where we can. There we go. So we're starting to enter the atmosphere here. I don't know what this is about, but I have no lights. And yeah, we're gonna activate the toggle, the gear. It's gonna help slow us down a little bit. And we're gonna turn this on. Or no. Yeah, we're gonna save that for last. We've got like almost nothing left. So hopefully nothing blows up. And right now our biggest problem is the temperature, but that should be fine. Our ship is wobbling. We just need to get through this initial part of the atmosphere. Oh, don't blow up, engine. Don't blow up. Don't blow up. I'm telling you right now, don't blow up. Don't blow up. No. Overheat. Overheat. Go. Be free. That was dangerous. And we're losing control of this really quick. We're at 15,000. Oh, this is nerve-wracking. We have no parachute. Oh, there we go. There's a parachute. Finally. So this is going to start slowing us down drastically. And thank the universe it will, because Jesus, I was nervous there. We're going to hit water, sadly. The land is so close, and yet so far. So this is actually not doing too bad a job at slowing us down. Let's just wait. This is the one point where I actually don't like to play with the speed too much, because the warp speed in low orbit actually kind of messes with your ship physics. So your ship can actually fly apart of its own volition, or lack thereof. It's referred to as the Kraken, I think. Okay, 2015 should open soon. We gotta do this soon, come on. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna open up the legs, come on, parachute. The legs are gonna help stabilize us once we hit the water. Oh boy. And thankfully we landed with sunlight. There goes our debris that just splashed into the ocean. You see the top of the mountain over there. I think that's actually the mountains near our base. Our base is like down here somewhere. 200. Okay, now let's warp. At this speed, it's rare that anything happens. Or at this height. So, where are you, water? There we go. We're in about 50 meters. We're about to do it. We did it, guys. Jebediah's home safe. And smoosh. And side sploosh. That happens a lot. Now we can spin. Water. So let's actually get Jebediah out here. He can actually EVA. And let's let go and stand proudly upon our ship. We're sliding into the water. That's not good. Let's go. Oh, there we go. There we go. So we did it. We did it. We can actually take a surface sample of the water, and it gives us like nothing and nothing. So it doesn't really matter. I could try and plant a flag, but there's no surface to plant it on. Am I sliding off this ship? I am. Jesus. Stupid ship. So on that note, I think that pretty much concludes our episode. We did it. We did an orbit around the moon, and we came back safe and sound. We didn't blow up. Everything is fine and dandy. And we're just about to fall into the water. So thank you very much for watching. As I said, I love this game so much. And there goes Jebediah. Sploosh. I love this game so much. I get to build rockets and then launch them into orbit and then land on places, do science, swim into the sky. Swim into the sky. And it's just a cool game. Like, right now it's a bit more expensive than it used to be while it was in beta and alpha, but it's really worth it, in my opinion. And especially if it goes on special, pick it up. It's a great game. Very nerdy. And Mr. Guy is just happy. Happy floating in the sky. So, on that note, thank you very much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next episode of Treasures of the Attic. Haven't quite decided what that will be yet, but I'm pretty sure we're going to have fun with it. So, bye. Catch you later. How's that for terrifying?